This is the Rebel Call Channel. Welcome to today's show. I've covered Amazon, Amazon One, and the Amazon Palm scanning service that they offer. And now I need to continue to cover this specific topic because the way they're going to market this and market biometrics is pretty much the same as saying this is how they're going to market the mark of the beast. And we are getting closer and closer and closer to technology being embedded inside of people's bodies. Again, we know that some people already have this stuff embedded inside their bodies and they don't even know it yet. But convenience is going to be one of the key players in all of this. Convenience, convenience, convenience. How can they make it convenient for you and for your life to take the mark? A subscriber by the name of Fighting for the Faith posted this over on the website. This new commercial from Amazon One, the Amazon One app, that is making it more convenient for people to sign up for this palm scanning service. They rolled this service out a few years ago, and I covered it a few years ago, how you can now pay with your palm. Of course, we could all look at where this is headed, and biometric data and biometrics in general are headed in the book of Revelation. In Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 and 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This technology, this specific one with Amazon, of course, having it right in the palm of your hand and not even needing cash, not even needing a credit card, not even needing your phone, is getting us one step closer to the mark of the beast. And this is the app now where they're allowing you to sign up for this from your home. You don't have to go to an Amazon store or location. You can do it right from your home, scan your hand in your home, and the next time you go to a store that has the Amazon checkout, guess what? You're paying with your palm. Look.
Meet Amazon One, the fast, convenient, contactless identity service that lets you enter, identify, and pay using only your palm. Signing up is simple. Sign in with your Amazon account and create your free profile. Take a photo of your palm, or both palms. Then visit any Amazon One device to enter, identify, or pay with your palm, and we'll activate your profile. Get started today.
Okay, so we need to take a look at this from the perspective of number one, Amazon. And then I'll get into this convenience and this technology. Because again, convenience is how they're going to market this to people. It's already how we've gotten to this point where civilians are getting enslaved by their technology, thinking it's all innocent and fun, not realizing that sooner or later, when all these smart devices are surrounding them, not only are they currently being monitored and listened to, but eventually they're going to be locked in their homes. Their air conditioner, all these things that they use for comfort inside of their lives are going to be shut off and shut on whenever the government wants to do it. And people are like, they'll never get to that point. Oh, no, right? Just like we never thought we get to this point where we see the government completely rogue, completely turned on civilians, right? So let's start with looking at Jeff Bezos. And many times I've discussed Jeff Bezos and Amazon itself, which looks more and more like Amazon is going to be one of these companies that, of course, we already know by looking at Amazon that Amazon is responsible for enslaving humanity. Jeff Bezos, when I look at him, I see one of the most wicked demons I've ever seen. Every time I see his face, I cringe. There's something about him. When I look into the eyes of the photos of that guy, every time I see him, I not only cringe, but I feel this really dark spirit. And it's not because Amazon's successful. It's not because Amazon trucks are pulling up left and right. It's because of all the things I've covered surrounding Amazon. Amazon now doing drone deliveries. Amazon wanting to become a pharmacy. Amazon wants to become the do-all to enslave you inside of your home. We've seen Jeff Bezos, of course, doing the all-seeing eye symbolism many times, right? There's a creepy picture of him, of course. Amazon and a Mason are one and the same, right? Flip the Z in Amazon, you have a Mason. Bezos is obviously a high-ranking Mason. He's way higher up than that in the dark secret societies that he's involved in. Of course, also Amazon, the logo represents Saturn. You can see how it looks like a devil's tail. Saturn's ring, of course, and we have phallus worship always surrounding Jeff Bezos, which I've covered with his ridiculous rocket ship that looks like it's right out of Austin Powers, that looks like a phallus. So biometrics is something we have to keep an eye on. Again, We're moving from wearable tech to biometrics. Okay, it's boring stuff in some people's mind, like, I don't know, biometric data, no. All right, let's put it this way. We're at a point now where a lot of people are allowing the cell phone they have because they're afraid they're going to get hacked or someone's going to get their phone or get into their phone, where the phone used to just have a passcode to get in. Now we've moved closer to what? We've moved to putting your thumb on the phone so the thumb can see if it's you or somebody else. It's taking your specific data that is specific to you, your genetic structure, right? Your fingerprint, and allowing you to access the phone. Some people have phones that are allowing them to do face scans. So the phone is scanning your face, making sure it's you. And of course, we've heard stories about deep fakes with that and people being able to hack one another's phone. And you're going to hear more stories about that because ultimately it's about having it inside of you so that you're the biometric. You're the thing that gets scanned, not your finger, not your retina, not even your face. Just you, because your genetic code, this is going to be embedded inside of you. So what they need to do is market this type of technology to you to get you to do it. That's what it's about, okay? I've always talked about the mark, and I've talked about people's opinion on the mark, this and that, but we need to focus in on just the mindset, right? Because we've all read the Bible, over and over, right? We've heard scripture when we were younger specifically, and I remember growing up, and I'd say, who would be dumb enough to take the mark of the beast? Why would somebody take the mark of the beast? Why is the book of Revelation talking about these people taking the mark? Why would they take it if they know that that's it? That they're going to be in, it's eternal hell, taking the mark. There's no way back. Why would anyone be dumb enough to do it? I don't think that'll ever happen in my lifetime. I guess people just get dumber. Well, as I've gotten older, people have gotten dumber. And now we see the way that they market this technology with convenience is going to be how they dupe people into putting this type of tech inside of their bodies. And like you've seen in my previous videos, even the one I just recently uploaded, The Mark of the Breach. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Where they talk about all these, Yuval Harari, Klaus Schwab, all these mad scientists, so to speak, that we're supposed to trust and rely on because they tell us they're smarter than we are, all talking about how eventually they want to be able to hack humans and change humans. Well, the only way they could do that is getting inside of you. And the only way they can get inside you is if you let them inside of you. So what do you think? They're going to flat out come out and tell you that, that they want to get inside of you to hack you and do this type of stuff when they market this stuff to you? No. But they talk about wanting to hack you when they know that nobody's really paying attention to what they're saying. But Amazon's not going to roll this out and say, well, we're going to kill you by putting this in you. We're going to do this by putting this in you. No. But what they'll do is fancy terminology like the convenience of it, like turning yourself into a superhero where you don't need a credit card anymore. They'll tell you that you can't be hacked. And in fact, I believe that they'll openly even call it probably the mark of the beast. And people will be so dumb, they'll be like, they're just trolling Christians. They're calling it the mark of the beast because it's a good marketing strategy. And these people will walk in and sign up and get it. So Amazon's palm scanning service is now letting you sign up from home. Again, convenience. They're letting you sign up for its palm recognition service directly from your phone. It's launching a new Amazon One app on iOS and Android you can use to take a photo of your palm and set up your account, allowing you to start scanning your palm at locations that support the verification tech. Previously, Amazon required users to visit physical locations to enroll in Amazon One, which lets you make a purchase or verify your age based on the palm print linked to your Amazon account. Of course, this is what they always do. They take time to desensitize you to the technology. So they rolled it out. They obviously saw how many people signed up and went and did it at locations, knowing that, of course, it's going to eventually be an app to make it more convenient for you. But how many people were signing up? What was the pushback? Were people talking about Mark of the Beast? Were people talking about this being dangerous, this being crazy? Were people saying they would never get it? They watched, and as time goes, people become more desensitized. That's one of the big things. The more time that goes between these things, the rolling out of this to now having the app to eventually telling you it's going to be embedded in you. As time goes by, people become desensitized to what this technology is, and thus they're more accepting to get this technology, to sign up for this technology, to want this technology, right? And they go, look, nobody who did Amazon Palm on their phone but combusted into flames, so it's not the mark. So it's just, these people are a little bit too extreme about it. All of a sudden you're having issues with credit cards, you're getting locked out of this, you're getting locked out of that. Well, why don't you just go to Amazon One with the palm reader? You don't even need a wallet in your pocket anymore, right? Then they create stories surrounding how many people are getting robbed. And guess what? They can't rob your hand, right? Well, they can technically if they want. I mean, Leatherface, I guess, could come along and hack it off and use it. But realistically, we're talking about people who are seeing a lot of these stories at the same time about crime, about robberies, about identity theft, right? And that's why they start marketing this stuff for safety purposes, to dupe you into this type of tech, making you so fearful of the way things used to be with cash, et cetera, getting mugged, getting robbed, going, hey, I don't have to worry about it, right? All it takes is a few false flags, a few psyops to make people more fearful to even go out because they're afraid they're going to get mugged, or these stories about identity theft or stories about people's bank accounts getting drained, right? Over and over and over again, saying, hey, you know what, with this, can't do anything. I mean, they can't do anything because you're going to have to scan your own hand. They're going to have to drag you in and scan your hand, right? People are like, oh, wow, okay, so I can't really get robbed anymore. Okay, right? So you have both things working at the same time. You have psyop after psyop after psyop about crime. Crime, of course, that's being committed with the government's involvement. The government's pretty much training these black ops, agents to go out there and commit robberies, commit crimes all around the country and obviously they're not telling them to get away. They're telling them to go do it. And they know they're going to get away with it. And even if they get arrested, they're going to end up getting let out the back door and they're going to go do it in another town so they can make the news story, so they can continue to fabricate people's realities into thinking it's not safe. People are getting mugged and robbed. Oh, well, this will be safe for you. This will be convenient for you. And it's so easy. You could sign up from home. Just download the app and scan your hand, and don't be creeped out the next time you go to the store that you could just scan your hand and now your technology knows literally has your fingerprint saved in a database. Don't worry about you getting framed because, of course, the government would never frame you, right? That's out of the realm of possibility. And now you can just do this, and eventually, of course, this all leads to your whole body being scanned. In other words, you'll be able to walk in and out of these stores. You won't have to hold your palm up. You won't have to look in a lens with your Oculus. You'll be able to walk in and out. And Amazon's already prepared people with that too. I covered that in the past, the Amazon stores where people were just automatically able to check out. You didn't have to do anything. You could walk in, pick up what you want, and when you walked out, it automatically came out of your Amazon account. All that was really required was for you to have an Amazon account to get into the Amazon store. That was conditioning people for ultimately the mark, where there isn't going to be a checkout. It's all going to be come in, take this stuff, walk out, and your body is going to be scanned because your genetic code is going to have all this stuff embedded in you. Your wallet, your ID, your status with the magic potion, all these things connect with one another. And I believe all those things connect with the actual mark. So you go on to say on mobile devices, Amazon says it uses AI to match the photo from a phone's camera to the near infrared imagery from an Amazon One device. You'll need to add a payment method to the app and upload a photo of your ID if you plan to use the service for age verification. You could also link loyalty programs, season passes, and gym memberships. Again, all things that are going to be embedded in your genetic code. Okay, blockchain preparing you for this. Bitcoin, blockchain, all of it. Every single thing that you think of that you own that is a proof of identification or something you need to show no matter where you go. Whether it's Great Adventure or Disney World or some amusement park, Hershey Park, anywhere. Okay, all your things that you use are going to be embedded in you. And that's going to be part of the you can get in and out of these places. And even if you don't have a season pass, guess what? You could just walk right in because we'll just take the money directly out of your bank account because all that stuff is embedded in your genetic code. Okay, this is what we're headed towards. So Amazon also says the new app includes additional layers of spoof detection, adding that you can't save or download the palm images to your phone. That still might not be enough to convince some users to hand over their hands for the sake of convenience, because unlike a password, you can't get a new palm print. Okay, well, keep that in mind. That eventually, the convenience of it is going to turn into the safety of it, where it's going to become more safe. They have to convince you, right? That paragraph tells you what they're trying to do, and they will do by creating more psyops and more false flags, is convince you that it's actually safer to have this type of technology than it is to have what we currently have, right? So while people at first might be like, well, taking a picture doesn't sound so safe. Well, guess what? Eventually, when it's embedded in you, you won't be taking a picture of your palm. And then they'll say it's completely unhackable. It's completely, you can't be hacked, your ID can't be stolen, your identity can't be stolen. And of course, that's because it's all embedded. It's your DNA, okay, which has been hacked. They're going to tell you it's unhackable, but the reality is you've officially become a hacked and a hackable human being. So this is what we're headed towards. And this is what they're going to continue to market. It all comes from Amazon, right? Wouldn't be surprised Amazon rolls out Amazon One, the mark of the beast. And Apple has their own version of it too, right? Bezos, a Mason. Amazon, one world government, one world order. All the truth is not hidden. It is in plain sight. It's just a matter of whether you see it or not, or a matter of if you fall for the convenience of it. I thank everybody for being here. Hope you're all doing well. God bless you and your families as always.